Hey guys, FrozenStag here, and welcome back to the Khazad-Dûm campaign. It's been a total of about 8-9 days since the last time I uploaded a video. A bit longer since, well, longer than that if you count recording it. As some of you will know, I've officially started full-time work. And the last week, I honestly have not felt like recording at all. I got home from work every single day and I was like, yep, I can't bother to record, and just didn't. So, I apologise for that. I will be getting into the hang of things now. We're recording now that eventually I will start to get used to working 5 days a week, and that doesn't actually, because the last job I did was actually I was working at home for like 4 days and actually going to the office only once. So it's a hell of a shock, and I haven't done proper full-time work going into work 5 days a week since probably pre-COVID times, probably. So it's a hell of a shock. So, naturally, there's a few issues on the channel where I just haven't really had the time or felt like recording. Hopefully, as I get used to it, I should hopefully be like, okay, I'm going to go do some recording now after work, rather than just feeling like, oh, yep, I'm going to go sleep. Or I'm going to just sit and play Ghost of Tsushima or Assassin's Creed Valhalla or something like that. Or just sit down and watch TV for the rest of the evening. And so, yeah. But it's going to get back into it. Again, sorry, there hasn't been any videos. Hoping to remedy that eventually as we go forward. A few things that I've done is I've completely got rid of the upload schedule. I know I made a quite big song and dance of it with like, oh yeah, upload schedule, yeah, we're going to follow it. We're going to keep it going, yada yada yada, a bunch of bollocks really. It's gone. Basically, the reason I've got rid of the schedule is simply because I'm not going to be able to keep track of it, and there's no point in me trying to. So what I've done is, essentially what's going to happen is that it'll just be videos whenever I want to upload and record videos, or vice versa. So eventually what will happen is that there'll be Khazad-Dûm, this series, and the Stark Dynasty series that will basically run alongside each other, and all that. And of course, now and again you might get the odd hot seat overview or special kind of video, I don't really know, we'll see. But, yeah. But let's going to get back into it. There's a few things that have happened. Obviously, I am enjoying my job. I'm hopefully going to be getting certified on more of the level 1 rides, or type 1 rides, which is basically like the higher, bigger rides that require a lot of staff and require a lot of trained to operate them. So hopefully, it should definitely be this week that I should hopefully get certified in that ride, which will give me a pay rise, and it'll just be a lot more fun. Because the rides I'm doing now, usually you're on your own for most of those rides, which is fine, but you don't feel connected with the people you're working with. You don't feel like you can't establish a good bond and friendship because you hardly see them, because you're working at a ride that doesn't involve, you don't see many people basically. And I always found myself feeling like I thought I used to be very introverted, but really, as I found, I've actually felt a lot more extroverted than I thought I felt when I thought I felt introverted, but I'm not. And that is the crazy thing about it. And yeah, so I actually feel like I enjoy actually talking and seeing people a lot more than I thought I did. And yeah, it's partly why I like the job. It's nice to actually spend the day going outside and working outside, and rather than sitting in front of an office, sitting in an office in front of a screen all day. I mean, partly some of the job does involve you looking at the like sort of iPads or the dashboards where you have to like put in that you sort of need to be able to contact manager support and stuff like that, or to put in the queue time and how many people are on a certain ride every hour. So technically you're looking at a screen, but honestly it's not a lot. And also, one great thing about it is that you're not doing, in most cases, depending on, we did have a few lack of staff the other week, but the other day. But now most of the time so from like the morning to till before you go on lunchtime, you're usually at a certain area, and then after lunchtime till about the end of the day, you usually get moved to another area, which is quite fun. Of course, if the day goes on later to like 6:30. Which usually does on Saturdays, then your lunchtimes are usually later in the day, because the place officially opens at 10, but then you start like 45 minutes earlier to get things prepared for that opening hour. But anyway, I won't go on too long about that. I know I've spent the last 5 minutes talking about it. But either way, I'm quite enjoying my job, and I'm hoping to get into the swing of things and hopefully keep the channel going. And obviously, I do want to keep the channel going, but there will just be a few. There'll just have to be a few cutbacks. Like there's only gonna be 2 campaigns on the channel, and maybe now and again you might get your hot seat overview or special video. So yeah. Now, as I've been working, and I've had a lot of time to... Now that I haven't been recording, I've had a lot of time to think about this campaign, and I've come to the decision that I've decided that I will no longer be fighting Durin and Isengard. Isengard haven't attacked us yet, but they probably will. But I'm going to stop fighting Durin, because it's the most boring shit. Honestly, fighting Durin has literally been dead easy. It's so easy, to the point where it's just so boring. I don't want to come home from work each day and think to myself, oh god, I've got to record this. Because Khazad-Dûm right now, I've honestly not been enjoying it as much as I wanted to. Because Khazad-Dûm, it's a fun campaign, but the one thing about it is that you're stuck, you're right in the middle of the map. And you have enemies and possibly allies on multiple sides. You have Durin, you have Angmar to the north, you have the Goblins in the Misty Mountains, you have Gundabad further to the north. Down to the south, you have Isengard. To the east, you have Dwarrowdelf, possibly and Wife. You have a lot of enemies, and more if you want to like fight the elves or something like that. So I've come to the decision that I'm gonna auto win every single fight we have against Durin and possibly Isengard. Some people have been telling me, and I'll go through the comments in a bit, but some people have been telling me that I should go south instead of going north. But I'm not gonna do that. I'll tell you why. Because the whole point of this campaign as the Dwarves is that you fight against the Orcs of the north, you reclaim your lost ancestral holdings, such as Gundabad, Daintools, which has already been taken by Erebor. Naturally, you want to go up to take out Angmar, you want to fight, obviously, the Orcs of Gundabad, you want to fight Moria, take Goblin Town, obviously reclaim Khazad-Dûm, and all that. And later down the line, we're going to go west and attack the Blue Mountains, the Dwarves of the Blue Mountains, which is going to be very enjoyable, because that'll be a very evenly matched fight. And I'm very much excited to fight Ered Luin. Depending on how well they do actually as well, because they could get their asses kicked, but I reckon Ered Luin is going to be tough. I wonder if... No, I can't quite see over here. No, the elves still hold the Grey Havens, but I do want to fight Ered Luin. And so I want to go north. I want to fight the Goblins, I want to fight Gundabad, I want to fight Angmar, and I want to fight Ered Luin. I did have a think about perhaps going east to help Erebor against Rune, but I think once we get north and take out Gundabad and then we border with Erebor will probably push east and kick the shit out of Rune, so we probably need to get involved there. Then once we fought, and also we have an event at one of our scripts. Where is it? Is it on here, I think? No. It's a Dwarven Grudges script. So basically, and Erebor has completed a part of it by taking Daintools. But essentially, all Dwarven holdings must be reclaimed by the Dwarves. And your reward for doing so is it Gundabad there? I think somewhere around there. Essentially, your reward for doing so is a custom general with a very cool bodyguard and his own little strat model. And I think battle model as well. So I'm not going to tell you what that general is and what bodyguard he has, because that would just spoil it. But essentially, there's a reason to take Gundabad, because we get a cool general out of it. So, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go north. Yeah, sure, fighting Isengard might be enjoyable. Fighting Durin might be enjoyable. It won't be. Durin, it won't be. Isengard, probably. It'll probably be fun. But honestly, it just doesn't interest me. I'd rather at the end of the campaign, towards the very end, I'd rather do, like, an end sort of thing where we do, like, multiple battles at certain key regions. We do a battle, Erebor. I'm looking at Erebor, it's got the bloody Erebor battle model, campaign settlement model. Edoras. So, say we do like a battle Edoras, Helm's Deep, and Isengard. 3 key battles to end off the campaign. That's what I'd ideally like to do. Because, let's face it, if we go south and fight Durin and Isengard, it will lead us to fight Anna's Wife, who are very similar to Durin in the roster. I know it's probably different in version 5. But Anna's Wife, very similar faction. And the faction that I won't enjoy fighting, because it'd just be like Durin over again. We would fight Anna's Wife, because Anna's Wife is at war with all my allies. Apart from Ered Luin, but yeah. either way, we'd likely fight Overhaul because they're allied to Durin, Bree, and they're at war with the High Elves, Bree, and Durin. Next, after fighting Isengard, we'd certainly run into Mordor, who I've already taken Uldberg. So we'd definitely fight Mordor, which honestly, Mordor, Dun, and Wife aren't very fun faction to fight against at all. Isengard, probably, definitely, they'd be fun to fight against, but Mordor and Dunland, oh god, I couldn't think of anything worse. And naturally, once we get a certain distance with Mordor, because we'd have to shut them down, Rune will probably get involved. Dol Guldur as well from the east, because obviously Isengard border them now. And then maybe we might end up fighting Khand or Harad. Khand's not a very fun faction to fight against. Harad's alright. I wouldn't say Harad's that fun to fight against, really. But I don't know, they could be. So I could be wrong on that front. But anyway, we'd be fighting a lot of factions in the south that, frankly, I don't really think it's going to be much. It's really going to be fun, really. I kind of, it sort of takes away the focus of fighting the true Dwarven enemies in the Misty Mountains in the north. It doesn't make sense the dwarfs never got involved against the Mordor and Saruman anyway, so I don't see they would in this story. And also, when we do our Dwarrowdelf campaign, which is going to be the next campaign that we'll be doing next, per the faction vote we did, in the Dwarrowdelf campaign, we're certainly probably going to be fighting Harad, the Ardenheim, Khand, Mordor, eventually Gondor through a script, and Isengard, and probably Dun and Wife. So we're sort of already going to be fighting them with Dwarrowdelf anyway, so I'd rather just save it for that. I'd rather focus on the northern front of the campaign, because that's sort of what we're doing. That's what I want to do. And then in the Dwarrowdelf series, we'd do what we'd probably kill Dunland, maybe I would end Wife or something like that. So I'd rather save it for Dwarrowdelf. So yeah. To give a bit of a lore reason behind the whole sort of why would we be able to auto-win against Dunland all the time, is basically... and the reason I can't just get a ceasefire, because getting a ceasefire with a faction getting a ceasefire of any faction that's just been attacking you in Military was a waste of time and resources. Because sure, you could give like 10 grand over to Dunland to stop fighting me, and they'd probably accept. Eventually, they'd attack me again, because the AI in Medieval 2 Total War, and I think in Total War in general, are very against the player, or anti-player, I suppose. They're very much against the player, so Dunland will just keep attacking me because I'm the player, basically. That's mainly the reason why they do it. So yeah, there's no point in trying to get a ceasefire because they just keep attacking me. Isengard will inevitably attack me, so there's no point in trying to get ceasefires. It just won't work. So yeah, all battles will just be auto-won. That's it. A lore reason behind this is that Balin travelled from the south, from the north to the south, from his encampment in the north, and he rode south, and a meeting was called at Osnafill, which is the ancient ruin of the elven capital of Eregion long ago, before Sauron showed up and kicked the shit out of Celebrimbor, and you get the idea. A meeting was held here at Osnafill. Many Dwarven representatives arrived from Erebor and Durin as well. Of course, the High Chieftain of Dunland also arrived, and Wife, who was basically thrown in with Dunland and Isengard at this point. They're at war. Now, and Wife is actually neutral with Dunland, so I'd assume lore-wise, and Wife is sort of on the side of Dunland and Isengard. The leader of and Wife appeared, and so did Saruman the White, who's currently, well, his orc leaders are busy. Well, Rohan's dead, so it doesn't matter. Essentially, a meeting was held at Osnafill, and a deal was struck. Obviously, Belly, one of the dwarven diplomats, was present as well to form up the deal. And the deal was made that Dunland would cease, and obviously, gameplay-wise, they won't be able to, but lore speaking, Dunland and Isengard would not attack Khazad-Dûm under any circumstances, providing that Balin and Khazad-Dûm and the dwarves, apart from Eredluin, obviously they're evil at this point, so they're on no one side, that the dwarves would not intervene against Isengard, Dunland, and Ed Wife. And possibly, to an extent, Mordor as well, and Dol Guldur. But a deal was so essentially what will happen is that the dwarfs of Khazad-Dûm have signed a non-aggression pact between, a bit like Russia and the Soviet, not Russian, no, wrong thing. No, a bit like the Soviet Union and Germany when they were invading Poland. They signed the what's it called, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. I think that's what it's called. And essentially it was basically a non-aggression pact and a deal to divide up Poland. Of course, that non-aggression pact didn't last very long, because Hitler made us stupid and did a stupid thing, and as most military people look at, and attacked Russia, and it went on too long, and he attacked during winter, and it just wasn't a good time for him to invade. I think Napoleon made a similar mistake. Didn't he try to invade Russia, and I think it was during the winter, and and it fucked him over pretty badly. But anyway, that's not really part of Lord of the Rings. But anyway, essentially a deal was made that Khazad-Dûm will not intervene against Dunland and Isengard at all, and Dunland and Isengard will just let Khazad-Dûm go north. So Isengard and Dunland can focus on other things. This will also mean that Khazad-Dûm cannot aid the elves, Durin and Bree, against Antwife and Dunland, and the same goes to Lothlorien against Isengard. Why would this make any sense? Well, law speaking, the elves of Lorien and Imladris and Linden didn't actually offer any assistance to Balin at all. They could have sent an army down to aid Balin against taking Khazad-Dûm, but they chose not to. And Balin remembers that fact, that the elves did nothing in the time of need for the dwarfs. Also, I know that Thranduil obviously aided in the Battle of the Five Armies eventually, but still, Thranduil still is a bit of an ass, and Balin is welcoming towards elves, but at the same time, he still remembers the elves did nothing when the dwarfs needed them. So naturally, Balin doesn't feel he doesn't feel a need to come to the aid of the elves in Lorien and near Rivendell. So yeah. And of course, Dunland wants, preferably, the attacks against Khazad-Dûm have failed. Khazad-Dûm have kicked the crap out of Dunland's armies multiple times, and Dunland knows full well they're wasting their men. And Dunland wishes to put their men towards more fruitful areas, like taking out the elves and the Durin thing. Saruman, right now, I'm pretty certain he's not fighting anybody. What is he doing? No, he is fighting Bree. He's fighting Lorien, basically. It has Ivan Mirkwood, which could be interesting and Isengard could actually well attack Mordor, which would be quite interesting. I think they might, because they are neutral and they are next to each other. So naturally, I think they would attack Mordor. So yeah, that aside, a deal has been struck that Balin will not attack Dunland, and Dunland will not attack us. Obviously, gameplay-wise, they will, which is why we'd all win the battles against them, because the game's stupid. So when Balin was crowned king, this is prior to this eventual deal at Osnafill. Now the elves are regretting it, but the elves basically sold Novigrad back to the dwarfs as a sort of a coronation gift, I suppose, and because the elves basically didn't really do a lot, and because technically Novigrad was gifted to Ered Luin, because we couldn't hold it at the time, and just because mainly because the public order was awful, and we just couldn't do anything about it, and we were getting attacked from the west too much. So what happened is that when the elves retook Novigrad, many of the people in there were Dwarven. A lot of us Dwarven people were very unrestful because, and I'll show you the culture. A lot of them were very unrestful because they were being held by the elves, and they weren't too keen on that idea. And so the elves had to really hand Novigrad back to us, because the elves couldn't hold it against the ensuing rebellion that would start, and the ensuing rebellion would likely cause trouble between the dwarfs and elves later down the line. So naturally, it was in the best interest of both parties, or mainly the elves, to hand Novigrad back to Khazad-Dûm, because they were the ones who took it, and the only reason they took Novigrad was because Ered Luin had it and turned evil, and then the elves took it, basically. So naturally, it's been returned to us. We have, of course, paid extortionate amount of money. We paid 5 grand for its return. which was demanded of us by the elves, which was accepted because we were already making a hell of a lot of money. And also 5,000 gold was paid off to Dun and Isengard individually, so they have 2,500 each. And basically it's a deal that that they basically just won't attack each other and won't attack us. Naturally, probably they will, but what we'll do is we'll just auto-win every single battle against Isengard and Dun and Aaron's wife. Possibly Mirkwood, maybe, but I don't know that. I don't really know if we'd do that. That depends, really. I guess if Mirkwood was to attack us, possibly I'd probably fight them, but I don't really know. We'll see how it goes for now. But to be honest, I kind of want to focus on the north. Maybe I'll leave Mirkwood for later down the line. We'll fight him later, but yeah, some of you might not like the idea of me auto-winning the battles against Dun and Isengard, but it's either that or I don't. If I'm gonna fight Dun and Isengard, and if I'm gonna, I'll be sat on the defensive the entire time, and that is very, very boring. I don't want to come home from work each day and think to myself, "Oh, let's record Khazad-Dûm. This is gonna be fun." You see, it won't be, and I will not be enjoying myself. I already know for a fact I will not be, because fighting against Dun, like the last few episodes, has not been fun. I have not enjoyed myself. I won't lie. I have not enjoyed this campaign so far. Fighting Dunland. So I really need to do some extensive measures to make the campaign more exciting, and that is to stop fighting Dunland and Isengard, or Dunland mainly, and just do something else. Because otherwise, I'll get to the point where I'll be so bored that I will just end this campaign out of boredom, or I'll probably just cheat delete Dunland and Isengard. But the problem with cheat deleting Dunland is that if you cheat delete Dunland, someone will just take their place. Like Isengard and his wife will just show up and take their place, and then we'll be fighting them. So it doesn't it doesn't make any difference if we were to or cheat delete them. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you respect my decision. I know some of you might not like that, but if you don't, that's up to you. But I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I must to preserve my interest for this campaign. Because if I keep fighting Dunland, I will just end the campaign out of boredom. I don't want to do that. So, yeah. Yeah, so I could have done it without even coming up with a lore explanation. But there you go. I've come up with a lore story behind this happening to appease you some more, hopefully. Rather than me just being like, I'm going to cheat or win the end and that's it. No, there's a genuine lore reason behind it as well. And Balin's quite keen in accepting this, mainly because he doesn't really care about Isengard Dun. He cares about reclaiming the lost dwarven settlements to the north, mainly good and the bad, and also kicking the shit out of Angmar. Eventually, at some point, we'll aid the elves and Durin by attacking Angmar and kicking the shit out of Ered Luin, or as they are now known, the Dark Realm of Ered Luin. So, yeah, technically we are still aiding, or eventually will aid our allies, but just not against Dun and Isengard, because I can't bother to fight them. Because I want to do something more interesting, rather than just let's fight Dun and Isengard, because that's fun. It's not. It's really not. And they're coming home from work each day, being like, coming home from an equally long day at work, to then have to sit down and play essentially a defensive slog against Dunland all the time. It's just not very fun. And I'd rather start a new campaign, to be quite honest. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll end the turn. Actually, what I've done, because now I'm not worrying about free upkeep, is that I've started to build farms. Well, eventually. Started to build farms pretty much everywhere. And most of our settlements, because as Legend of Turtle War, someone used to watch a hell of a lot, but don't really watch him now, because I'm not really interested in Warhammer and all that. All the newer Turtle Wars, really. But he always used to go for farming, and farming's quite good, and it's a very good point to why he did it, and why he used to always put his taxes on low, because the more food production you have, I'm not worried about the 5 income, the more food production you have is the more your population grows. And the higher your population grows is the more people that you'll be taxing. So essentially you'll be making more money from taxing these people. So eventually when you get to like really high population growth and it gets to like, I don't know, 20,000 people in there, then you can probably knock it up to very high, and that will lower the population growth a tad, and you'll get even more money out of people. Obviously not at the moment, but eventually will later on. So that's what I'm doing. So in each settlement, so we got the Stillmongers being built here, which will give us access to the Dwarven Catapult later down the line. Get a large pig farm, and then next on the queue is the mining complex, which will get us an extra plus 4,000 gold from mining, which is very useful. And we get a culture increase as well. And we also get another population growth bonus as well, so that's good. And we also get the mithril. We're also getting the mithril mines next as well, which is our next plan. And moving over to Zerix Guild, we're getting some military stuff built up here first. So I'm pretty sure all our farms are built here. So we're getting the catapult maker, which gives us a dwarven catapults. I'm looking forward to using. Oh no, we are getting large pig farm. Yeah, that's next. And then we get the barracks after that, which will give us unit access to the deeping guard, hammer guard, and the shield guard, which I'm looking forward to using. Oh, I clicked off. I'm getting the archery range, will give us access to the Fireglare Beast Hunters, which is our best archer unit that we can get, apart from units from other factions, like crossbows from Erith Lewin and up from Erebor. And then the rods, we're getting a large pig farm built here, not yet, because we're still, yeah. I did put my minus 10,000 into the cheat thing, but for some reason it sort of just disappeared. And for some reason it's gone down to 8,400 when I was building things, so it might have taken the cost from somewhere else, I don't know. So we're getting a large pig farm and then the rod. I'm not worried about free upkeep now because we're just going to be... yeah, the deal is that we're going to leave people in these settlements, but I probably will have free upkeep. But what I'll do is I'll have units in these settlements later down the line. There's like garrison units, really. Ones that I'm not paying for, basically. We're also getting the archery range, the barracks, and then the catapult maker, which I might actually make as the first priority, actually. Because, you know, dwarven catapults are very useful. So that's been built out, and the rod, Gnome the Grod. We're getting the Stoneworkers Guild House, which is the highest tier of the building thing. The thing that reduces your cost and the time it takes to build. So yeah, so naturally you got to get that, which is what I'm doing. Obviously, now in DAC you should really build all the stonework, all the well, not what they call. There's a name for it somewhere. Yeah, the master builders buildings. Get all of them first, and then focus on farming straight away, and then do what you like, basically. Or focus on the colony, focus on the military, whatever you like. That's my advice. Then we've got the large pig farm being built to that, barracks, archery range, and then catapult maker to end off. So yes, I know we're not going entirely onto economy, but at the same time, I want my military troops out. Now, we're making enough money, and we will from these mines and eventually the farms later down the line. So I think we're ready to start building up our armies and stuff like that. Arheim, we're getting the ballista maker here. And I think we can get the catapult maker after that, I think. Because I think we have the... wait, is that... Oh no, we do have that, okay. Okay, so we can build the catapult. I think we have steelmongers, don't we? Yeah, we do. So we can build a new ballista after that, which we will do. We've got the practice range, give us some travellers over there, and then eventually the large pig farm. So that's my sort of plan right now. Nothing's changed with the family tree. I'm pretty sure I covered that the other day. But anyway, that's my long monologue over and done with. Sorry it's taken so long, but it just can't had to be said, really. I've got the Gapil. I can't say it for some reason. The Gabil. Is there a pronunciation somewhere? No. The Gabil Gafol Guard. I think it's how you say it. I don't know. There's probably a way for saying that. I don't know. Looking forward to using them. 10 attack and 31 defense would be quite fun to use them. I've got the Arrowlewin Pikemen, which would be quite useful. It's just funny because we're going to be fighting them soon. Well, not soon. It will still be a while away till we get to fighting Arrowlewin, but that's definitely a fight I'm looking forward to. So naturally, right now we're moving our troops upwards. I'm putting governors in most settlements, so eventually this guy will be moved into Zerix Agil. Both is in Khazad-Dûm East. Eventually some of these generals will come out once we've built up some more armies, and they'll lead their own armies, basically. Durin's and Anne in the Rods for the time being. We've got Floy in Novanagrod. We also got Ori, the diplomat, which I'll move out later on. Yeah, both is there. And we got Durin in Arheim as well, which is also another reason why I may cheat if he gets attacked by Dwarrowdelf, because I don't want to lose Durin. Because Durin's way too badass to die like, to bloody a bunch of orcs. So yeah. Barden's in the north with his army. He did get to that fort, so he's in there nice. So some of them I've got some I've got free upkeep, which is good. because they are quite expensive, the generals up there. In fact, the hero brand comes free, so that's handy. We'll end the turn, and I'll go through some of the comments. So, hi man, as always, great video. This is from Sam Court. As always, great video. I was wondering, since you get all the cool generals, could you share your game folder so we can also play with the extra features you added? Now, this is something that I can't do, I'm afraid. And I'll read out the message I sent to him, basically. Thank you, glad you enjoyed. Unfortunately, the mod folder is way too big for me to send over, because it is just like 10, 15 gigabytes. It's fucking a lot, basically. Sadly, small files like Death Star Strat will not be compatible as well.
Stand with courage, man. The enemy lays siege.
What happened there? I have no idea. I'm not looking. So yeah, a lot of the version I've got now. So the AGO submod, which is 2.0, 2.1's come out since then. So yeah, well, I'll read that in a second. I'm not sure what attack. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so a lot of these submods I'm using in this mod are quite outdated. So AGO is outdated, and so is a Dwarven submod. So that's completely outdated, I'm afraid. I did say if you can contact me via Discord. He hasn't replied to this, but then I can talk him through how to add them in with the files I got. As the process is fairly simple. Also, there's another thing. I'm in early planning stage of a custom general overhaul for DAC, which is just DAC 4.6 probably, maybe version 5 if by the time I work on it it's come out. I don't know. But I won't go into detail about the custom general overhaul. I did plan to do something like that a while back, never got around to it. But I'm hoping to do it at some point this year. So hopefully by the end of the year it should be done. Or preferably before the end of the year. But who knows. So yeah, that'll be a big thing with a lot of generals. It will just be for the normal DAC. Because doing submods, you should really just do it for the main mod really. I could do it for AGO or could even do it for SUS. But I'd have to like port it every time there's a new version of DAC, a version of AGO, a version of SUS. It would just be ridiculous. And essentially what's going to happen is that custom general overhaul will be very easy for me to port it over. So essentially what will happen is that will be a custom general overhaul for DAC version 5. If it comes out by then, if not, it'll be 4.6. And what will happen is that what I'll be able to do is port it over very easily for my campaign. Say if I'm playing in the AGO submod with a certain mod or whatever, or a submod for that, or a Rune submod for whatever I'm playing Rune, then I basically port over the generals that I put in for every single faction into that, so you'd see generals for various for Rune and everyone else. And I'm going to go into detail about it later down the line. I won't talk about it now, but basically it's going to be a big thing. It should, in theory, be present for my Dol Amroth campaign, hopefully. So there may be a slight delay in between Khazad-Dûm and Dol Amroth while I'm doing that, basically. But essentially, you'll see it for Dol Amroth, and then I'll make my own sort of videos going through it all, basically. But I'll talk about that another time. I'm not going to talk about it now. I won't discuss it now because it's just going to lead me down another tangent where we'll just keep talking about it for the next 30 minutes. And essentially this video will just turn into just me talking the whole time, which some of you may like, but I do actually want to get some action in, such as fighting Goblin Town. So yeah, here's another comment from the Fifth Hobbit, otherwise known as Fatty Bulger on Discord. At some point you can send some armies out west to take some wealthy cities with your culture from Ered Luin. Not quite sure what I think he means, getting an army and just going west to take Ered Luin out. Which I will eventually do, but I don't think I'm just going to be able to get an army and just go west. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I might be able to. We'll see how we go once we take out goblins and probably get up to Gundabad, I think. But we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe we might be able to work out something where we go west and try and attack Ered Luin early or something like that. But we'll see. Someone also pointing out, great video as always. This is from LSR Telguntar. Not the LSR Telguntar. But yeah, he said, great video as always. And he also asked what happened to the music at the beginning. I did explain this. I think it was one of the episodes I explained it. But essentially, I had to get rid of that for copyright reasons. And, well, if you want to know a bit more about that, just watch the video where I explained it. I think it was episode 8 or 9. I think. No. Was it episode 10? I can't remember. Yeah. And also, the last comment from Jedi 7000 Nathan. I probably won't be doing this for every single video where I go through all the comments, especially if I get to the point where the channel is just way too big, to the point where I have too many comments for me to read through them all. But yeah. Anyway, so it's, not some of this is I've already mentioned that I'm not doing, but I'll go for it anyway. Looks like Isengard is coming for you, and that is not good. Simply because Isengard is on par with you in terms of troops. Yep, that's true. The goblins are morons as usual. Yep, that's fairly true. Also, Eredlund didn't take the 3 rings, so they claim the 1 ring is in Sauron's ring, which is why Eredlund's now war. Yeah, I know that. They actually may put up a hell of a fight. Eredlund is one of those factions that just refuse to die under the AI, unless you as a player go out of your way to kill them. So that's something we will have to do, where we will eventually kill Eredlund, which is a fight I'm quite looking forward to doing. I mean, naturally, we could attack Erebor possibly and claim ourselves as a true kings of all dwarves, but I just don't think lore-wise Balin would do that. So, yeah. Anyway, here's advice, which is something I'm probably not going to be doing, I'm afraid, but I appreciate the advice nonetheless. I do appreciate the comment each episode as well, even though sometimes the comments are a bit long. When I wake up in the morning, just before I go to work, I tend to read through it all and then eventually reply like a few hours around lunchtime. Well, I'm on my lunch break. But I do appreciate long messages. Just almost make them a bit shorter. The best advice: hold an army in Khazad-Dûm East, expand west and south in Dunland. Northern and eastern expansion is off the table with Isengard being there, and trust me, Isengard has beaten both Lauren and Rohan as a terrifying threat to any faction, even Mordor, certainly on par with Khazad-Dûm. I fought Isengard's Khazad-Dûm, and that's an even fight without catapults, and with catapults, you have the advantage. Use the bridge of Khazad-Dûm to the max, and I suggest leading the general with 1st Legion East Khazad-Dûm as a dedicated commander of Eastern Khazad-Dûm, because 1st Legion on that bridge with a couple of defensive units stacked on top of the unit is an unbreakable wall of death for any faction, even Isengard to crack. Yeah, so I believe this actually video where I got a lot of comments was actually on episode 10. Episode 11 was the most recent video that I put out, but I got a lot of comments on this one basically. I think a lot of people knew that I wouldn't reply to any comments. Well, a lot of people knew that I probably wouldn't reply to any comments from episode 11, so they probably didn't bother. But yeah, I've now just clarified that a lot of that stuff isn't going to happen. Possibly I might fight Isengard at the end of the campaign, but I think by the time we take out the Goblins, Gundabad, Angmar, and Eredluin, we're going to be unstoppable as fucking hell. So I don't think we'd probably do a whole full war with Isengard. I think I might just do like what I said earlier, and do like a 3-point assault. Send a few armies, send like an army to take Diorfang, Helm's Deep, and Edoras as like 3 endgame battles basically, or maybe like maybe a few other endgame battles with the capital Dunland perhaps, or maybe another battle at Ostenfeld perhaps. We'll see. But again, that's what happened there. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that, I'm afraid. I'm not going to be sitting on the defensive. I've explained why a minute ago. I don't need to explain it again. But yeah, yeah. If I wanted to fight Isengard, I would fight Isengard, but I just don't really want to. And at the end of the day, it is my campaign. That's my decision. So yeah. Construction complete. Still Mongers is now done. We are getting our money back because we are making money. Let's face it. So it's still being built. We got some Dwarven labourers here now. I will be sending all troops north, and we got some Dwarven units. I'll go for that. So we got the Axguard of Erebor and Iron Guard. I think we'll also get some population bonuses as well. That's nearly built. We got a catapult soon, which I'll probably bring up in the next army. Yeah, so everything else I can't build at the moment because we're currently about to go to war soon. What was that massive army I saw a minute ago?
Yes, sire. Of course.
There you go. Tarzul. Eesh. That guy might be troublesome. Maybe I should send the army westward instead of east, possibly. Yeah, I think that might be a good shout. So, with Dunland, we're just going to ignore them, basically. That's what we're going to do. And also, the more times they waste their men on my areas, is the more, I mean, possibly they're just going to lose. They're just going to weaken themselves more, so hopefully the elves can eventually push past and take Ostenfeld back. Because that'd be good. Yeah, my generals might get a bit OP for this, but realistically speaking, these guys also been defending the west from bandits and orcs as well, from raids and all that. Ready to expand, recruitment report. Yeah, this is the other thing. The king's miners have finally arrived. With them come dwarven men and women from the Lonely Mountain to help out in Khazad-Dûm. The king sends his goodwill and hopes for the eventual defeat of the terror far below. Yeah, well, we defeated them. Unless there's more shows up, but I don't think so. So, right, we're going to get our troops together. So, yeah, as these generals are basically just going to be sitting around not doing much. Oh no, then again, I'm going to get probably someone to command the army in the north. I think that's the plan, wasn't it? I think. I don't know. Well, we're going to go for Goblin Town straight away. But Meifelberg has a faction leader inside, so what I might do is bring up an army and take up that. Or do I worry about that? I'll see where that army goes. If it shows up around here, I'll probably move them out. But for the time being... Well, what I could do, actually, is probably attack Meifelberg quickly. I'll do that in a second. That's fine. He's fine. We'll stick a labourer unit in this one. Stick you in Zurich's the Guild, because you get free upkeep as well, which is a good bonus. And then we'll just take everything out eastwards. We'll leave... who do I want to leave here? I'll leave all the labourers in there as well. I'm just thinking. My best general over here is Oin, so naturally... Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm send Oin and Herobrand south. It does make sense Herobrand should be in the west, but I don't know. No,
Honor, my lord. My king.
No, what I will do is put Herobrand in Arheim, because that's meant to be a colony thing anyway, so it can't make sense. So they can go south, and then I'll take command of the army over here for now. Just thinking what to do. It just depends where this army goes as well. That's going to be a problem. They've got a lot of armies in the east as well. A lot of decent units as well, which is surprising. This unit can go. See if I can get a ceasefire of interest. No.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, never accept that. I'll basically use the diplomats as scouts pretty much. Right. The only issue with does border us with Gundabad. This is the only issue. But what I'll do is I'll take Balin out. Right. Don't worry, I won't just do it with Balin, even though Balin, I'm sure, would certainly give them a good hammering. Right, so we want ideally one ballista, because we need to obviously take it in one turn. Just lay siege now. I don't know why I'm building a ram, but fuck it. What do we want to do to kill this unit? Because it is just heavy Goblin crossbows. Cavalry would just be useless. Archer superiority, possibly.
My king. Aye, sire.
Yeah, if we can get a few archers in there, he should be able to kick his ass.
My king.
I'm
Aye.
trying to think the best way to do this, because I could bring Fra in there. But I won't attack Goblin Town yet anyway, but at the same time I don't want him to sally out.
My king.
Take you. I'll take you too. No, tell you what. I'll take you, and I'll take the sentries. Or should I take the ruffians?
Aye, lord.
They're just Goblin crossbows. At the same time... this should do it, I think. Should be able to. I think they might have enough movement points to double back as well. Right, that should do it, hopefully. Right, as for these guys... I'm worried about that army. I really am. What I'll do, I'm going to move you over here.
March. Aye, sire. Your will,
I'm trying to think.
Aye. Aye, noble sire.
Regiment in the first area of Lure. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. Go in there. Just lower our money a bit, but it doesn't really matter.
Aye, sire.
Oh, come on.
Move out.
Fuck's sake.
We've marched our limits.
That infuriates me to no end.
My lord. My king.
Right. That doesn't matter. They don't cost that much anyway. Yeah, if they can get retrained, they can. I'm not all bothered if they do. Right. And then again, Durin will just attack me. So,
My king.
it's,
Aye,
it's really not worth it.
my king.
Going there.
March.
I can't. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm just gonna have to end the turn. No, it won't. We'll attack Meifelberg, and I'll put everything I got into Balin's army in the east.
Combining the armies, sire.
If we do sally out, we can withdraw, but I shouldn't need to. Okay,
We march.
let's begin the Battle of Meifelberg. You will notice I've actually gone ahead and reduced the amount of stuff in my timestamps, mainly because they take up a lot of my time going through and seeing which battle was what and putting in what battle of this and that. And it's just, yeah. Lughorn the Conqueror, who is actually pretty badass. Can't see his actual title? No, I can. Yeah, Conqueror of Goblin Town. He's the one who took Goblin Town. He's got Warg, Guardian of the High Pass, Servant, Labour Overseer, Snuffler, what the hell that is. No, right, okay. Warlord of the Misty Mountains, Poison, Orcish Bow, Goblin, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty got a troll. Yeah, he's pretty decent. He's actually a fairly decent person. Yeah. The guy's pretty good, but there's only one of him, so I'm pretty sure we should be fine. Let's do this. Yeah, my Seeker 2 videos I'm thinking about editing out a bit more, probably. Which will mean we probably record for ideally... I imagine Seeker 2 will probably be a bit different. We'd record for probably like a couple hours. Then I'd probably edit it out, edit it down a bit, and cut out a few boring bits or stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. That might be my idea. I might just start recording and stop recording a bit more of the Start Dynasty series. With this, there's a lot going on. There's a lot more going on in CK2 with this than there is in CK2. So I think naturally we can do. Yeah, I want to keep back a bit, so I don't really want him to shoot across to get his crossbows firing. Yeah, I can't want you right here because I need to push you forward. Alright. Fire. Don't fire yet. I need to preserve your ammunition till the time is right.
Ah, we have breached our enemy's
How good is your shot gonna be if you try and aim up here? Might work, I don't know. Oh, it does as well. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh no, no. Now you've. That was a good few. Oh, here we go. No. No, we're getting quite a few. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. We are actually getting some pretty decent shots. That's actually pretty solid. Yep, look at that. A bit inaccurate, but it's working. It's doing a lot of damage. It's killed 19% of them already. Ooh, getting... Yeah. Right, let's stop him. I might try and get him over here a bit. Right, as for... I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Okay, right. Right. Right, fire! Ooh, please tell me that will hit him. Oh, it will as well. Oh, beautiful. The battles are doing very well today. Oh, look at that. Nice. Not that many kills, but it's not bad. Certainly softened them up a bit. Yeah, they're done. Okay, good work, guys. Now. Right. I think the best way to do this. Okay, you go there. Alright, I don't know how... Right, you're going to go up here. I'll put you up here a bit.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
I can't bring these guys to run any faster, but now to do. Alright. Get firing when you can, lads. Oh, they're coming down already? You bloody brave buggers. Alright. No. Are they shooting? Yeah, they are shooting. Right. Right. I'm pretty certain we'll be able to kill a lot of them. Especially as the broad beam armor piercing. I'm hoping. Yeah, they are. They're a bit overlapped, that's why I'm not getting... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, they are actually killing my guys. Alright, we're gonna have to march in there. Right, just shoot. Blast them! Here we go, boys. Noria's there, the general. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing these guys around. Alright, move up there. Alright. The pike should do well here. Hopefully.
The battle is very much in our favor.
The general's right there.
True and steadfast, victory will be ours.
They're still shooting because of... yeah, they're still... How... I hate when the AI does that. They just, somehow start shooting when... Alright, move up. I'm gonna swing around here, and I'm gonna get you to start firing on the backs. I'm still getting shot at as well, fuck me. Yeah, as long as the general doesn't die, that's fine. Watch these buggers, I'm gonna be quite a pain in the ass to kill. If I forget the first legion, I don't think they're gonna do a whole lot.
The enemy is slain.
Oh, good.
A worthy enemy, but no less dead. We must press our advantage.
No. Yeah, they are getting wrecked, to be honest.
Our men have taken control of the city.
They're still managing to shoot us. You know what? What I'll do is I'll just run them in. There you go. They got. There you go. 29 men lost. Not too bad. Did we heal any? We did heal some of the marksmen. Heal a few travellers. Not too bad. Yeah, Khazad Sentry's got the most kills. That's actually really funny. Although, sorry, the Ballaster got the most kills. So that did really well. Very happy with the Ballaster today. Very good. That's that taken. We can move. Should have enough movement point to send them west. I'm trying to think. That suggestion that guy sent me a while back. I'm not gonna find it. It's on one of my Discord channels somewhere. With regards to the channel, when I upload videos, it would be 3 PM. Discord, I could not care less about your health and safety settings right now. Yeah, videos will be uploaded at 3 PM British time, which is now British summertime. I have to keep reminding myself it's British summertime now. Which was nice because it means summer is coming. Right. Yeah, Lord of the Ring Online is apparently now free, which is something you mentioned, I think, the day I uploaded the video. It did actually point out Skyrim would be a fun game to cover on the channel, which is fine, but problem is it's not what I'm known for. I'm known for doing Total War and Crusader Kings 2 stuff. Mainly, I haven't really been known that much to do that. But, I don't know. It's always that thing, like, if I do another game, it just won't get many views, and it just won't be much point doing it. And honestly, I like doing those types of games on my own. I like playing I'm having the blast playing Ghost of Tsushima on my own, without having to worry about, oh, make sure I better record for this day. Like, it's just so nice. Oh yeah, we did the mission for that, didn't we? Yeah. Exterminate. We have a watchtower. Oh, we have a watchtower. Oh, we can see our way up there. There we got a Dwarven Ballaster. Nice. I don't think we did. Alright, that's cool. I will take that. I thought we were going to get some money, I thought it said. No, maybe not. Right. Oh, we have enough movement points to get back. Fan-bloody-tastic. Providing... Yeah, the Ballaster's definitely going there.
My king, Aye, my liege.
Right, can I leave one unit in here? What do we leave in here? That's the question. I'll probably leave possibly. Yeah, travelers probably. Yeah, that likes me anyway. Yay! Right, that army that should be enough. Don't say. Because I would like to starve that summon out, to be quite honest, but I don't think I'll be able to. Right. Yeah, that's it. Kidzul Kala is... What was he said about it? It's a ruined dwarven stronghold in Lord of the Rings Online and sports a monster akin to the Watch of the Gates of Moria. From the first was a boss for a large instant, yeah. Yeah, I need to play that at some point, but I've just been so busy. I'm too busy trying to complete or Ghost of Tsushima, and then I'll eventually get to it. And then eventually Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I'm still playing. What did he say about Kidzul? Where is it? Yeah, Fenholm name for, I think, yeah, I think they're about the same area, so technically... But as Fenholm is going to be held by probably the... Yeah, Fenholm. That'll probably be a part of the Anduin, because it will link up our borders. We'll probably keep this northern bit to ourselves. So, Kidzul Kala is what we call Meifelberg. If you have any other suggestions for Goblin Town, that's a good one, actually. Let me know what to do, because I'm probably just going to call it Dwarven Town or something like that. Yeah. Kidzul Kala. Is that it? Kidzul... Yeah. Okay, Kidzul Kala. Sounds pretty cool. Interesting name. Goblin Town, I don't put any episode off too soon, because we did spend most of it talking. And I kind of want to give you a bit more than just me taking Meifelberg and spending 30 minutes discussing what's been going on, why I haven't uploaded in ages. Oh look, we're getting close to a funny number for turn time. Oh, what's happening here? Please attack that Goblin army. Please attack that Goblin army. Please attack that Goblin army. Please do it. Please do it. Please do it. Make my day easier. Thank you. The elves moving around. Yeah, I'm hoping if they attack that Goblin army, it'll make my day so much easier. I think they've just ran out of movement points because they've just merged and they haven't got enough men. Oh. The Goblins are probably aware that I'm coming. Yeah, they're going north. Yep. My only... Oh, Lord. Fucking hell. I haven't... All I've done is... they're not even in my territory. Yeah. Everyone knows I'm coming, basically. Okay. We can get our catapult, but we can't afford it right now. Right, now, decisions. We're going north. So, you're coming down... Down to Khazad-Dûm. Cattle maker's done. Brilliant. Then we get our pig farm. Brilliant. Should do. I will stick these on the recruiting phase, so to speak. Yeah. Tell you what, I'll stick what I can in the recruiting bit and hopefully get some troops up soon. Yeah. Eventually, I know we won't be able to recruit them for ages, but I'm going to stick them on the recruiting bit to eventually take them, because they will just come in handy later down the line. Yeah, 0 to kill. Now that I think about it, I should have some more troops up at Novigrad. Biss. What an interesting name. No. Bras, kids. Right, okay. Yeah, I do think we could do some more troops in Novigrad, but we don't really have the men because we've just taken it recently. So, yeah. This to make is only done over at Arheim, so that's good.
My king. Aye, sire.
Yeah, so as the army is going, send them this way.
That'll do them today, sire.
There's no point in taking them out for the time being.
Onward.
I'm just thinking.
Come and get me.
The free upkeep would be nice, but the problem is I'd lose troops putting them in there. Let's just take them out for a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Anything expendable while leaving there? Labourers, I can retrain them easily. That's fine. Well, I should really put them in it, but the problem is they're just too expensive.
Aye, sire. My king.
How expensive the bastards? Not very expensive at all.
Aye, sire.
Stick them in Zurich to kill them. They can sit in the fort there.
Aye, lord.
That's a decent amount of free upkeep. And these guys will eventually show up around here at some point. Once we do, we can get them going, sending them north. I wasn't going to send them east. I wasn't going to send them east. No.
My king.
No, I could swing them round though. I don't know.
An honor, my lord.
I'm gonna have a look at what's inside here first. I won't attack it. Captain Ogba. Heavy Goblin Infantry, not bad. Heavy Goblin Archers, not bad at all. Goblin Infantry again. Excuse me. Halberds. Crossbows, dealt with them earlier. Archers. Goblin Band. Warg Scouts, Warg Riders. Orc Halberds. Grand Marauders and Orc Defenders. So, they must have, I'd assume, someone here. Yeah, there he is. High Chieftain Ikrul, I think. That's what they have left, I'm pretty sure. That's the last general, I think. Checking more for tough. If I could take Cam of Britain, I might just kill the faction. So I may actually send my troops north. Because then we'll be able to, yeah.
Awaiting your command. Of course, sire.
Just checking there's no armies coming my way. Where's the other diplomat gone?
Something to investigate.
I am a king.
Oh, you're there. Who's that? Haldra here is
I
coming.
would fight for your people as if they were my
That's a
own, friend.
pretty solid army from what I can
Your
see.
attention is an honor. No,
Your honor. Of course, sire.
Oh, hello. And they have another general.
stick you.
Yeah, they have a lot of shit, the Goblins, right now. So actually, it probably would be better off sending them east. Right, well, we'll besiege that. Ah, fuck's sake.
I'm gonna stick you. I'm gonna stick you.
I'm probably going to have to double, but no, it's the east who's going to need the men. Because the elves can hold the west. But now Good and the Bad's just showed up. That's going to make my problems even worse.
I'm gonna stick you.
Are they allied with Moria, aren't they? Yeah, Moria actually attacked Angmar, didn't they? Angmar would be interesting faction to fight. But yeah, they're allied. So what they could do is attack Varden here. And we'd have to do a very hard defensive fight. Though I'd assume they'd attack Meifelberg. But we'll see. I'm going to end this, ending the episode on turn funny number. I decide. Because that'd be fun. Because, you know, funny number. Yeah, if you don't know what funny number means, you'll find out in a second. Isengard, is that Grimmer Wormtongue? Yes, it is. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you see that? You see that, army? Yeah. Thanks. Hi, guys. Can they attack me through that? Seriously? Wow, that's fine. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay, so they can walk through Goblin Town, but I can't walk from Khazad-Dûm. Alright, well, this is just... Do we fight this? We could win. Because this is shit. I could kick the crap out of these guys easily. This army is... It's the, reinforced army is the issue. I don't know. We could. I'm just thinking, do I want to risk it? Do I want to risk the life of Balin? I think we can do it. I don't know, no, because we have a lot of archers, but we do have a lot of infantry is the only issue. I don't think taking casualties is worth it. What I'd do is I'm going to do a... No, tell you what, I'll retreat from there. If they want to attack me again, go for it. Oh, that's a big army. So many fucking troops. Most of them are rather crap. Oh, they've left it even more weak. Who the hell is that? Oh, they're not going for me. What's his army doing? Yeah, they're going for kids. Oh, no, they're playing Assassin's Creed, apparently. Okay. there a haystack nearby, is there? Prince Bofa. No. Axeman's Guild. Sure. Who's that? Overhaul the Fearless. Oh, I saw him earlier. Yeah, he's the ugly dude. Yeah. Bit worried about that army. Do we attack Goblin Town now? Because they've got nothing in there. We could. No.
Aye, my liege.
Right. Right, what I'll do is start moving everything west. I know it'll probably put me in debt for a bit because we're going to be taking... Right. Can I get a... Yeah, it should be free upkeep in there, I imagine. Yeah, I'll put you in there. Although, Bofa is a better governor. But I can put Bofa in there. No, I'll put Durin because he's more likely to... Seriously, Gil's more likely to get the Guardians of Khazad-Dûm unit, and then I'll get him free upkeep.
My king.
Alright. I'll begin the march east.
Marched our limit. Aye.
Which may well be an army of potentially crappy units. But, yeah.
Aye. Joining our forces.
Right. I'll leave them in the fort for now, because they're just going to be there anyway. I'll stake these guys in anyway. Yep. This army is going north, basically. May have some weak troops, but I'm pretty certain we should be able to do things. Are we building anything here? Oh, yes, we are. Building our pig farm in Khazad-Dûm. Brilliant. Anything else? Yeah, I'm thinking we double back again. I don't know. Do we? Do we do it again? Double back again? Because Goblin... I don't know. No, because if we take Goblin Town, the problem is we would just be stuck in Goblin Town defending for that for f***ing ages. I think the Goblins will overpower us, because if they can attack us at Goblin Town... how many points is that? I can't quite tell. But from this side, 1, 2, and I think there's a third point in there. So they could attack with this army, that army, and that army, and they'd probably kill Biden. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. What I might do is just stay in the area, find that army. There you are. Ooh, we've got half trolls. Let them attack me, because I'll be on the defense. I'll have a bit of an advantage though, so I'd rather them attack me. To be quite honest. Right. Okay. Oh, I was going to swap Herobrand over, wasn't I? Oh, fuck, they have a ballista. They have a ballista. No. Nope. Okay. Sacrificial unit time. I'm going over there. I'm not losing Durin like that. Right. End of turn. Oh, I should have checked more of the turf. That doesn't matter. Hopefully Angmar might pressure them a bit, and hopefully the Goblins might push north because they have to deal with Angmar. But Angmar, I'm pretty sure, is busy with everyone else. But yeah, it's my day off today. Oh, look, army moved away. Good. Yeah, I'm back into work till Tuesday, till Saturday. Wow. I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then I'm off on Sunday. And then it's half term, which is going to be busy. Lords are attacking him. There's another. Yeah, there's too many chuffy orcs around here. We could possibly try and regicide them. Could work.
Of course, sir.
Depends. Because Goblin Town is their main recruitment centre. I might have just stuck a general in there, I don't know.
I am a king. Of course, sir.
Something to investigate. On my way.
They haven't.
Sire, no further this day. At your service.
Honor, my lord.
I'm just trying to think the best way to do this. Huh.
Aye, my liege.
I'm gonna.
Aye, noble sire. In your name.
I'm gonna stick you there. I have an idea. If they attack me on that bridge, I'll be able to kick the shit out of them. Because the bridge powers are always very powerful. Or into another kid. Good. Good. Right. The army assembles, my friends. The army assembles.
My king.
Right.
Aye, noble sire.
Let's organize this a bit.
Aye, noble sire.
I don't trust the fucking east. Okay. Right.
Honor, my lord.
Just notice we aren't making enough money from
My
this.
king. Aye, my liege.
He's not the best of... Oh no, he is. Actually, I'm pretty sure you were making way more money in Khazad-Dûm than last time I checked. No, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm not buying them. Views. Right. If I take you out, I go to Anne and a rod. No, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Well, we're not making this much money. Squalor. Really? Okay.
Aye.
Okay, Oin, right, you're taking all of this, because this is the best I've got.
Onward. Aye, noble sire. My king. Aye, my king.
Take all balusters.
March. My king. My king. Aye.
Yep, take the archers.
Aye, my king.
Take
Aye.
them.
Onward. Aye, noble sire. Aye.
These guys are so weak to the point, and it's just, what's the point in having them around? But I don't know, they might come in handy.
Aye, lord.
Your will, my lord.
Aye, sir.
Hmm.
Aye, my liege. Aye, lord. My king. Aye, my liege. My king.
Yeah, I might just send Harrowbrand Durin with me. To be quite honest, because Arheim is looking dodgy as it is.
Honor, my lord.
Hmm.
Aye, noble
I could always have a second general leading things. Durin, both would be the next candidate, I'd assume. Tell you what, let's get both out there. I'll move Durin. Actually, no.
My king.
No, Durin would be useful in the field.
Aye, my liege.
Put Harrowbrand in here.
My king.
Yeah.
Aye, noble sire.
Both can take the net of our army. And Turing,
Aye,
well,
lord.
we do. Just put these guys in here for now. No.
An honor, my lord. Aye, noble sire. My king. Aye, lord. Aye. Aye, my liege. March. Aye, noble
Right.
sire.
I'll take Turin. I don't trust the AI and the control of Turin.
Aye, sire. Aye, noble sire.
Let's take one unit in there.
Uber. Aye. Combining the armies.
Alright, put you in there for now. I'll give us some free upkeep.
My king.
Uh,
Aye, sire.
no, not quite.
Aye, noble sire. Aye, lord. Aye, sire.
Go there.
Forward. Aye, my liege. My king.
Go in there. Look at all that. A whole bar's now free upkeep. Brilliant. Oh yes. No, I'll leave that for now. I don't know. Right. Oh, Labour unit up in the north. That's good. I'll leave them there for now. Because we're coming north anyway.
Be gone.
Aye, my liege. Aye. Aye, sire.
I'm trying to think what to do. No, I can double back. So if the goblins attack there, I can double back. The problem is I'm pretty sure they have artillery. They have a catapult. If we do lose Kitzel Kalar, it's not the end of the world. We can't retake it.
Your order.
Which don't really more. Sacrifice units is the only thing. Right, so I end it on 30 number, but I won't. I'll go one more turn. And hopefully, we should be okay. But yeah, I'm not. What? Not I can't speak. Next week is half term for Easter half term. I'll be working then, so it's no half term, and obviously half term is only for people at school or in education or in some form of education. Not sure if university counts. No, university has their own thing. I think Grimmer's trying to bribe Arheim, which isn't going to work. But so obviously it will be busy for me. So I've got Wednesday and Thursday off, which which I won't be doing anything. I know Sunday, I'm off Sunday, so I know... Oh, well, I used to move a big general over to Goblin Town. Yeah, there's so much shit in Goblin Town right now, it's just painful. Okay, the good and the bad is buggering off good. But yeah, so the week after, I'm going to be off Wednesday and Thursday. So that should give me some good 2 days of recording and some time off. Which is, well, because Sunday I'm going to cinema to probably watch Morbius, which I'm looking forward to watching. Should be fun. The problem is, I've got a decent general in there now, and I almost could do waiting for them to leave.
Yes, sire.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just wait for them to leave.
Your Honor. Of course, sire. Aye, sire.
At your service.
You can stay by that.
They shall not see me.
I am a untrustworthy fool. What? No. You have another proposal then?
No.
Worth
a shot. Oh, hello. Here we go. Okay, so what's something like Dark Isengard's declared war on Mordor. Isengard broken alliance with Mirkwood and Canned. Interesting. Erebor have actually allied with Eredluin. That's interesting. Why have they allied? Is there dark forces at work here? Erebor allied with... Why have they allied and why have they declared truce? That's very strange. Has Erebor been corrupted, perhaps? Could this lead to us invading Erebor, possibly? I don't know, that's very odd. Why have they done that? Maybe Eredluin has come to their senses, possibly? Still more Lauren and everybody else, so not quite. See how that part. I guess if Eredluin has declared a truce and stays peaceful, and perhaps we need to go west. But if Erebor and Eredluin are up to things, then we may have to deal with both of them. Perhaps Brian will become High King of the land, but I don't know. Just trying to think what to do, because he's in range to go and attack them if need be, so that's fine. Anyway, back to more exciting things. Right, I don't want to do this. Those are the generals. They've got 3 generals in each of these settlements, so if I could take those 3 settlements and make sure those generals die, and that will kill the faction. It could work. I could do a suicidal mission and try and do everything in my power to kill Ukrul, kill him, possibly sacrifice my army, kill Tarzul and Morvatarth. That could work. I don't know, it's risky. It's very risky. I need 3 units in the north, but I can't really spare them. Right, okay. I could just do this a minute. What I might do is perhaps send the armies out west to distract them, possibly. Might work. I guess it could work. You know what, I'm going to stop building units for now. For the time being, we'll hold off on recruitment. Oh, I'm getting my catapult. Hey! How exciting. That's definitely going to the front line. Yeah. Everything else, I'll stop building troops, because I want to focus on buildings for the time being. Right, okay. The armies move. Right, what are we leaving here? Oh yeah, I'm going to put you in there, aren't I? Alright. You want to go... Yeah, both of us going to... No, both of us going to lead another army, isn't he? Ooh, I don't know. Decisions. How good's, No. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I could have Durin. He's decent. Adopted, apparently. Was he? I don't think so. Might stay there. I'm pretty sure we were making like 7 grand not long ago. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Aye, Lord. Aye. Aye. March. An honor, my lord. Aye, my,
Yeah, we have 2 generals in each army, I think. That's fair.
Aye, noble son. Bring it. Aye, my liege. Aye, noble son.
What's that? I can get some mercenaries.
King, an honor, my lord.
That's cool. We are making no money, so we need to start pushing on them, our enemies very soon. And we could just go for fucking...
Aye, my liege.
I mean, we could push further north and just go straight for Gundabad. Because that... but the problem is, the goblins need to die. There's just no...
Will, my lord.
There's no other way around it.
Closing in the enemy. Besiege
Whether we like it or not,
sire.
they must die.
My liege. Aye, noble
So, we have to besiege them out. We're going to have to fight the battle. Or let them come to us, possibly. I don't know. It's such a... Because there's just so many armies in here. This is a decent army. And they can bring troops from the east.
Have a taste of my
But no, we'll see. Let's see what they do. See what they do. And we'll go from there. Our kids will collage should really get some buildings going. Or just stick them in the queue. Which probably I shouldn't do because... I don't know. There's a risk about doing that because you don't know what you're building half the time. But it just saves time me having to go through and think, oh, what do I want to build? And I just know. I played this game enough times to know what to build and what not to build. Come goblins. Is it just him, or is his other armies going to be involved as well? Oh no, it's got. Oh no, it is just a 244 goblin band, but it's Ook rule. I'm pretty sure we can do this. Yes, they do have a catapult. Yes, they have trolls. Only 12 trolls, mind you. What's he got anyway? Oh, he's got cavalry bodyguard. Fuck it. If we lose, fuck it. We'll be out of debt. I suppose that's fine. So there's a bright side. If we do lose, we may lose Kinzel Kalar, and we may lose. Well, we shouldn't lose Balin, hopefully. But if he dies, no, I don't want him to die though. Ah, fuck it. We're going in.
glory will attack.
We're going in, boys. I know some of you might want to see the Goblin Town battle map. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same as Zag Cala, which you have seen before. But it's not the end of the world. But yeah, this will be quite a long video. So, no, okay. I'm just read a work message. Someone asked him to cover a shift, but I'm already got plans that day. So yeah. So yeah, that week, so I got Wednesday and Thursday off. Probably got nothing else to do.
The enemy have brought up more
So-
men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack.
For fuck's sake. Over there. And I'm pretty sure, can I even get over across here? No. I'm pretty sure they can't climb that mountain. Well, they could, actually, I don't know. Oh, no, they can, I'm pretty sure. Now, this is the entrance to... Oh, no, we are actually in Goblin. This is Goblin Town. We're on the battle map. That's fine. What? I think it's a design flaw in Goblin, possibly. I have no idea. No, this is the entrance. I don't know. Okay. Here they are. Is my graphics settings on? Yeah. This looks a bit low. Okay. So we got the Goblin Bodyguard, and there's the leader at the back there. Archers. Some snack of crap. Oh no, the Catbot crew. Which may be dangerous, may need shutting down. There's the Mount Grand Marauders. More wargs. Oh, exciting. More just Goblin units. Yeah, okay. But yeah, this is a Goblin Town. We actually can see the Goblin Town battle map. So this is it basically. A lot of different big giant rocks sticking out. A lot of different little encampments where the orcs are living. Obviously, quite different to that of the Hobbit film, where it was much bigger and a bit more lively. But I think it's a pretty superb job. Not sure what this whole issue out here is. I don't really know. It seemed to buzz the crew. I don't know because they're going to rush out the gate. Possibly. I might be able to move them, but no. No, there's no point in doing that. Better to hit them hard. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. Right. Right, okay. Right, ground troops, we'll get you into one big group. Cavalry, I'll sort them out in seconds. These guys are going to have to push forward, probably. Bayern will go there. First Legion will go there. Which is sadly are going to have to be slow, but this is my cavalry. Bit bad, but it will have to do. Right, and the cavalry, I'm not too sure what to do with them. No, tell you what, I have no idea. What we'll do is send the 4 units over there. And we can go with these guys. And the Dale Cav and the Merchant Cav. A lot of variation in cavalry. Yeah, didn't someone point out that I should get Rohirrim mercenaries? That's probably something I should do. If I can get them shooting at the trolls, as it's a trolls that are not in range enough. Alright, that's fine. I don't know, they don't seem to actually be coming out. No, here they come. Okay, over there. Right. Yeah, let's try and get some decent shots. It's going to be a little bit laggy, I think, because there's a lot on the field and there's a lot of, this is quite a big battle map. That's not doing any damage at all. Well, no, and I say that as it hits somebody. And they're coming. No, tell you what. I'm making a mistake. You know what? There is time because they're not. I thought they'd charge out the gate. They're not doing that. So what we'll do is take a slight little dip in the ground here and make that as my advantage. So what I'll do is stick you over there. We'll come off fire at will. Stick you there. I'll keep them on fire at will for the time being. You can go there. And my infantry can go at the front. Because that's where they're going to do the most work. I want you up here. We get there going guard mode and Barlin. I don't 100% know. We keep Barlin on the flank, I suppose. For the time being. The cavalry, for the time being, can just go where I set them earlier. Okay, I think that should be good. Possibly, Goblin might slow him down a bit. Quite see they come. I might have to send the cavalry in to help him out. Oh, the general's coming out first. Yeah, the cavalry gonna have to run in now, I'm afraid. Might be slightly suicidal, but honestly, I need to protect the bastards at all cost. Here they come. Well, they're ferocious indeed. Yeah, here they come. Yeah, if we do lose the cavalry, it's not the end of the world. Right, in we go, boys. It's a bit laggy, but it's probably because the battle map is, well, it is an old game, so, you know. When the game does lag like this, it's not to do with my operating system at all. I've checked. There's no way it can be, because this is a 2006-year-old game, and my computer is about, what, I brought it, like, what, 2019 it was when I brought it? I don't know how good they're going to do in melee against the bodyguards, but honestly, I just need enough time for them. I just need to buy them enough time to get them out of the way.
In the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Are they actually killing anyone? I don't think they are. Yeah. Just need to buy some time for a bit. Right. Make sure the pikes are down when the time comes. Right, only pull out. Right, pull out of that. Make sure everyone's out, please. Preferably. Not yet. Dude, douchebag, get out of there. Oh, the privateer cabinet is killed, aren't they? Come on, guys, move. Come on. Get out of there. Come on, there's 2 of you left. Run! Get out of there. Did kill a few. Not really enough, though, is it? Right. Prepare yourselves. Use the battering ram as cover. Right. Yeah, once they get their artillery out, we can start hitting them hard. We'll bring them around here for now. Yeah, let's make sure we don't target my cavalry. Right. Right, put you in your own group. Right. What are you doing? Oh, hello. Oh, why is it so laggy today? Just 1, 2. What's he doing? Don't really want to waste my shot on... No, don't bother. You know what I might do, just bring my cab over. See if I can lure him away. And I think they will. Bring them in. The Bjorn riders try and lure him into fighting. That's not really where I want you to go. Alright, current it. Yeah, so the frame rate is going to be a bit dodgy today, I'm afraid. Right, now's the time to start firing that. Right. Alright, start firing. Alright, prepare to fire. Nice shot, please. Thank you very much. I see you running away, cowards. Cowards, I say. Please tell me it's a good shot. Oh, that's a nice shot indeed. Oh, I think that just killed a few there. Oh, lovely. Beautiful shot. Not quite enough range for us to start shooting the archers. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, that killed a bunch of... Oh, wow. Oh, you fools. I'm pretty sure his unit is slow but surely making its way over. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty certain the goblins probably know it's a trap. I mean, they're not that stupid, are they? Let's tempt them over when Barden comes over a bit closer. There you go, start fire it. Brilliant. Right. Yeah, they're going to try and target my cavalry, which I did think they would. Here we go, boys. And they go straight into my... They can hold, hopefully. Only light cavalry. Come on, boys, hold! Hold your ground! Stand! Let's not do fire at will. Let's target certain targets. Right. Go for the trolls. And the ones I want dead the most. The epic Dwarven music start coming in as well. Brilliant. Oh, no, no. Halt, halt. Fucking morons. Well, the halberds going first. Yeah, just fire it well. I don't have time to really piss about. Yeah, hold, boys. Hold. Fuck me, they're pouring through. Not quite what I had in mind. Alright, Bard, come around. It's time for you to get involved, mate. Right. Right, possibly. Let's bring these guys. Ooh, wow, they're really pushing on my guys there. Holy shit. Right, come around to it. This will indeed be a bloody battle. There's Bard on the side. He's right on that side. It's not really a side I wanted to be on. Alright. There will be some casualties this day. Oh, right, Jesus fucking Christ, he's dead. Yeah, he's gone. Here we go, boys. Oh, look at a rain of fire in the background. Oh my god, the trolls are really coming through. Holy shit. Right. Right. Fall back a bit. Come out of that. Oh, those trolls are really doing a number on us there. Holy shit. Catapults. Where's the catapult? Oh, it's the back now. What an idiot. What a bunch of idiots. Alright. Pull them back a bit. Oh god, they're literally pouring through my... The broadbeam marksmen have to hold on now. Fuck me, the trolls are coming. Holy shit. Right, hit the heavy goblin infantry. Yeah, this is not looking good for our troops. Honestly, they are actually pouring through like madmen. Alright, I'm killing quite a few though. And this is going to be a bloody fight. We're going to lose a lot of troops in this one. And the ruffians are really doing a number on us here. Alright. Right, come off this and get to work. Yeah, we need to protect our back lines, mainly. The trolls are really going out after us there. Get those chuffing halberds and get them killed off. Shit.
The enemy is slain.
Oh, we killed the general.
Enemy, but no less dead. We must press our advantage.
We've killed the faction leader. That should hopefully do a blow on them, hopefully, and break their morale somewhat. Well, how are you guys going? You're shooting the place where I don't want you to be at all. Those trolls. Yeah, in fact, everybody, apart from the Banister crew, go for the trolls. Now we are actually holding them back. I might lose my cavalry though. Yeah, I've lost my... No, this guy's still alive. Alright.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
We're not far off either ourselves, I don't think. Stay back. Try not to get yourselves killed, thank you very much. Alright. It's time to move up. Right. I've lost my building cab, they've died. God damn it. Off they go. Right, now we push. Shut those goblins down. Well, the pikes need that. Those trolls died. Oh, Christ. Oh, they move really fast. Was it just times 2, I think? Shit. Alright. Oh, they're all routing as well. Brilliant. I'll keep pushing them. Cavalry, where are you? Yeah, go for these guys. Oh, I'm moving them over there. Oh, he's still alive. Let's get him out. Don't really want to lose Lonnie like that, thank you very much. Get out of there, mate. Yeah, pass the crew some to help you out. Alright, push up there. No, I can't really move the pikes much faster. Yeah, we are going to kick their ass. We are going to win this. It just took a lot. We just lost a lot of men in this. Yeah, basically nearly half, basically above our half our army, which is sucky. But there you go. Alright.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Yep. Still a bit of a slog here, I'm afraid. Oh, there's more Goblin infantry coming. I don't think this battle's quite won yet. Alright. From the Goblin infantry. If I can get these guys to run in there. There we go, boys. Volunteers are first in there. Right. What's happened here? Yep, they've gone. Brilliant. Okay, so let's okay. There's hardly anything left for my archers. Put them in one big group. Just see him move. Sound a bit like an orc to me. Right. Fighting to the death. Good, good, good. Probably can't really quite pull my Right. Get over that. Right, run. Make sure your bow on fire at will. Take guard mode off for the time being. I don't think that's going to really do much. So Barnes alive. I think he is alright in there. Yeah, I can see him there. Yeah. Where is he? There he is. He's alive. Okay. Some of our generals are alive in this fight. Brilliant. Right, now. I thought I said the general died, and I was like, no! So having an emotional moment there. Right, run. Get into one group. Right, run. If you run a few of them down, it'd be great. Impetuous. Oh, Christ. Right, move back. Ooh, out, 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 out. Run. It's not many of you left as there is, so. Get back. Please, skirmish cavalry. More running cowards. Absolute flipping cowards. Alright, advance. Cavalry, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna leave you out of this for now. Are they coming in through that gate? But now, yeah, they must, yeah. There's no way for them to get back in. Yeah, the cavalry can just stay the hell out of it for now. Try and catch the catapult, that's what I want dead most. Now get the cavalry in and try and stop the catapult.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, we are actually getting in and hitting the catapult. Oh yeah, the catapults are in the. Oh my god, look at them all scattering about. Hit the Warg scouts, that's what I want dead the most. Go to them. We can take all the pipe mode, thank god. He might actually run a bit faster. There we go, boys. Let's kick some asses, come on. Bring those Wargs down.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Actually, the dead harp kill them off. Getting our finish those Wargs off. Yeah, okay, fine, that's done your job. Right, you can go in your position when you get there. Did get the catapults through, but I doubt they'd be able to do much damage. Where have they? I don't know what they're doing there. Right, move up. Right, Barnes gonna hold that. Right, you craven dogs. That's not sounding Barnes to me. Yeah, this is a gonna make a extremely long video, but at the same time, the Battle of Goblin Town is a pinnacle battle that needs to be fought. Alright. Absolutely shred them to pieces. I don't know where. Oh, they're shooting that. Oh, okay. Fine, I guess. Just shoot them. I'll be shooting at the Goblin Pan and we're just gonna let them walk past. Let's just move Barden up a bit. I want Barden to get shot. No, it's taken way too long to fire. They can't hit them. Just have to fight on there.
Our men are winning the battle.
The pike should be able to hold them back for a bit.
Smash the enemy.
Come around to it. I don't know why you've just moved around, but okay. Right, no, just stay still, please.
Good tidings. The enemy general. Look how our cowardly foe runs.
Right, we've killed them. Good. I'll just do fire at will and just blow them to bits for a bit. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Now we're firing like I want you to. Thank you very much. I don't know why. Just... Come on, come after us, I dare you. Absolutely dare you. Oh, look at that. That's set them running. Where's...
Only half the enemy force remains.
You're standing in the way of the ballista crew. Kind of. Stand there and then you get a better shot. I'm sure you will. Oh, look at that. Look at the absolute carnage that's taking place here. Hit the Goblin infantry at the back here, sitting nice and peacefully. About to get absolutely shot to bits by... Oh, look at that. Look at that. You know, vengeance of the Dwarves is, I think, pretty much complete. Right up there. Done shooting. One dude there. One traveller. It's become basically the Bob of this universe. Gonna run out of ammunition. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, shoot wherever you can. So you get right up close to them and just start shooting. Yeah. Fire at will. Execution squad, baby. Oh, hang on. Is this chicken? Right. Open fire. May fire when ready. Yeah, focus on a unit worth firing at, please. Run away, cowards. Cowards! Yeah, that unit will fire every single bit of ammunition it has, which I believe is 24 missiles. So he will fire all 24 missiles. And he'll fire more because all his company are dead. Come. And that bastard at the back there is just sitting. I might do just some buying over to deal with it.
Let's get going. To your places. Let's get going. Charge. Keep up now. Let's get going.
Oh, you went. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just run away. Oh, fuck. Played chicken. Oh, my God. Keep going, Barn. Go on, boy. Evade those missiles. Missiles? What is this? Upon Black Eric's probably going to chase. Get over there. Oh, fuck. Evade. Right, get in there quick. Barn's existence is way more important than anyone else's. Yeah, Barn's still alive. Yeah, he's good. Alright. Come over there. Doing that horn like a Chad.
If we remain true and steadfast,
come on, and around you go. In you go. Ooh. Deal with them. And let's go on over here. Keep shooting them. Run! Ah! Okay, go on skirmish mode if you have to. One of them left. Bloody cowards, aren't they? Look, right in the way. Absolute cowards. Right, they're dead. Good. Kill assault defenders. Yeah, I want to use all my ammunition up just to, you know. I'm pretty sure this would be over much quicker if I just charged in, but fuck it. I want to get my ammunition up. They run away. My guys are actually entirely exhausted, which is surprising. Yo, skirmish modes, just start firing. What the fuck is going on? Oh, okay. I think some guy just tried to charge Bard and died. Let's see that with Monty Python, isn't it? And someone just charges in and just gets himself annihilated immediately. Now, I won't spend too long, so I want to get my artillery ready. Or will be soon. Yeah, you know, we're gonna be here all day if we just let them just shoot at our enemies for ages. Here we goes.
Our men have curses! Our men no longer command the city! Our men are winning the battle.
Yeah,
If we
it's over.
continue like
Oh
this,
no, don't let
we'll
them shoot.
Smash the enemy.
Yep, from the looks of things, our generals are all alive. Good. It's wonderful to see. The Goblin archers are dead.
Our foe is utterly vanquished.
There you go.
Let all who remember the stage.
A heroic victory as well. Holy shit. We lost a hell of a lot of men in that battle. Holy shit. But that, what an achievement that was. What an absolute achievement that was. Even those kills, 376 Barden's guarded very well. So the Khazad volunteers very well. 243 to the volunteers again. Yeah, so it seems. Yeah, Barden's guard got the most kills as well. Brilliant, fantastic. First Legion did well. Broadbeam marksmen did quite well as well. Dale cavalry. The cavalry didn't too great in this. Motion cav didn't do too bad. Ballista did well. Ballista got a lot of kills. Yeah, Ballista's got over 100 kills at least. Travelers did well. Yeah, it's excellent work. How many do we heal? Prisoners caught. Ah, alright, yeah. Yeah, First Legion caught a lot of prisoners. I did see a lot of orcs run into them earlier. 64 volunteers have healed. 134 for ruffians have healed. 15 sentries have healed. Heals from the First Legion, which doesn't matter because it's a bodyguard anyway. Now some of our riders healed, that's good. And some of our volunteers and cav. Okay, pretty good. Is there anything else I want to look at? No, really, no. Okay, that's all I'm gone pretty much. So that is a hell of a heroic victory. And Goblin Town is ours. Now, feel free to list some name suggestions for Goblin Town. I don't really know what to do really for it, for what to call it. I'd probably just rename it right now to Dwarven Town and go from there. I probably will record a bit more today, unless I just want to play Ghost of Tsushima, I'm not really sure. I shall decide after I eat my dinner, and then I will come back and decide to record this, or go play something else. I don't know, but so. I don't know if I'll be able to get this out for tomorrow, but I'm recording this on Monday. I don't know if it'll be out on Tuesday or it might be out on Wednesday, I don't really know. Depends when I get. Depends if I want to go edit and render shit later, or just do it tomorrow. So I do tend to render my stuff before I go to work. Well, I haven't done that recently, but hopefully if I get out of bed a bit earlier, which is pretty good. I'm alright. I wake up fairly early in the day, but I just don't really want to get out of bed. Kill them all. Ooh, that's really pissed off the goblins now and sent them running. Run away, you cowards! Cowards! Oh, that scared the shit out of them, didn't it? We need to get reinforcements up north very quickly. High Chief and the goblins are dead. Yeah, why not? Probably shouldn't say yes to that, really. But yeah, there's no culture for Dwarven at all. Goblin Caverns gives us free upkeep, 3 units of free upkeep. That's good, and some building income as well. Look at that. Oh, we can get the catapult here as well to get the 25% culture. Save quarters, dungeon. Okay, that's just a spy building. Carpenter's Heart, that's good to see. Mine network. Beast Cage, can't use that. Portal Squad, we can't use that either. Nope. Can't type. Dwarven Town, yay! I mean, if you like that name, I'm happy to leave it on there. What's the blacksmith? Is it? I didn't see the blacksmith. Is that which tier is that? That's the armorer. Ah, okay. So next is the arm. So we get the Stonewings Guildhouse built there immediately. What's the mine? All the mines are pretty good here as well. I know culture should be the thing I should focus on really, but I'm not that bothered. Get that in there next. I probably will stick around here for the time being. We got enough diplomats, we get a spy. I might merge them together actually. I don't know. No, I don't know. We can't quite afford the cost to retrain them just yet. I'll do it later on though. And Kinsul Kala, I want to get your... where is it? How has it already been built? Get the pig farm and that'll do. Yeah, I think it must be already be built. Yeah, the carpenter's hut's already there. Okay, good. And that's already on low, yeah. Now, might have to defend Goblin Town for a bit. Novin the Grod's getting its Stonewalker's Guildhouse. Awesome. It's good to see. Get a Dwarven catapult as well.
My king.
Yeah, I might. No, I can't afford it just yet, but I might get some sellswords later on.
An honor, my lord. In your name, sire. I noble
If I want to get sellswords, I have to stop building something. I could save the catapult for later. We can always double back and get it later on. Doesn't matter. Oh, hang on a minute. Have we got No, we don't have military access. Nah, fuck it.
My king.
Do we have military access to do anything? I don't think we do. No, well, fuck it. We just have to go through their land. Whatever.
We march to glory.
Stick it, elves.
My king. In your name, sire. Honor, my lord. Set a watch. We come here.
Let's get north quickly to aid Balin. Yeah, Dun's declare what to do there. I thought there were more of them already. Maybe not. Pig farm built that. King Balin, conqueror of Goblin Town. What a chad. Aggressive. As a I can't say it. As a no bizarre veteran. Yeah. I think, yeah, he is as well. So, naturally. Yeah, conqueror of Goblin Town. I did like his other name as the Conqueror, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. Well, now the most advanced faction and turn report. This is the futile. Yeah. Many will know of our deed there. What happens when you fuck with the with the dwarves? You know, and that's not the place I'm looking at. This doesn't get much of the mind, but this does. 1400. That's pretty good. 1459, the year Constantinople fell. Will it surprise you that I've never actually studied history? No, I haven't. I just know these things. There's a new faction leader, and Tarzul was the faction leader. Interesting. If we strategic enough, we could get north and kill him, and then kill the god. I don't know. They get generals probably return, I imagine. Yeah, both of his army of crap is going north, which isn't particularly great. What we'll have to do for now. Oh, I forgot to put units in these forts. Because then fucking Durin could just take it. I made a critical error. And the time for my failure has come.
Aye, sire.
Okay, tell you what.
Onward. Aye, noble sire.
What we'll do.
My king.
You can go there. And you can go back to the fort now.
We've marched our limit.
Yeah, that's fine.
We march
No, go to that fort. I hope you get it. Durin takes it. If not, I just have to cheese it a bit. Yeah, when you get the Dwarven Catapult, that's going to change things a lot. Oh, I was going to send you,
My king. Aye, lord.
I was going to send...
Aye, lord. Aye, onward.
I'm getting there.
March our limit.
It's literally just 2 turns.
We march
Another
no
turn
further
off.
today.
Actually, now if you go there, and I'll
That'll
stick
do 'em
in
today, sire.
possibly.
Aye, sire.
Yeah,
We've
I'll put them in
marched
there.
our limit. Aye. Aye, lord. Aye, sire. We
You can
march
go
no
there,
further today.
unless you
King.
get there any quicker, but I'm pretty sure it's the
That'll
same
do 'em
distance.
today, sire. Aye.
You can go there. I'll just send that unit with them as well. I'm in the episode off. It is now 2 hours. Fucking hell. Oh, wow. Again, suggestions for the Dwarven Town would be great. I may record next episode after this, so I may not be able to take in any suggestions you do leave for me. Until later on. Do I want a spy? Yeah. It's quite handy. Well, I'll just end the turn and then we just end it off. But yeah, thanks for the support of the series. It's been great. I think the first episode's about 2,000 something views. We're also at the moment of recording, which is currently Monday. We're currently on 795 subscribers, so we're itching away from 800. Do I have anything planned for 800? Not really, I'm afraid. Might do something special for 900, perhaps. Not really sure what. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention is live streams. I did have a think about doing. Oh, hello, elves. I did have a think about doing live streams. It will probably be live streams for. Where did they come? It'll probably be for live streams for campaigns. So it'll be a live stream for like the Stark series, a live stream for this series, or any other series we do. Oh god, here they come. Here they fucking come. They keep going in the fort in the trees for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's probably what I'd do for live streams. It'll probably just be for this campaign. I don't know if maybe if I was to record, do a series on Warhammer 3. I don't know if I'd want to release. Well, right now stream Warhammer 3 is awful. But say if I wanted to stream Attila, that might be pretty difficult because I might have to reduce a bunch of setting and shit. Of course, the idea for live stream would be, of course, having a. Of course, the great idea would be having the. What was it? Having a webcam. I do have a webcam. It's just not very good.
My king.
What the fuck? What? It does that stupid thing sometimes. It just doesn't arm in the fucking way.
Aye. March. Aye, lord. Onward. Aye, sire. Aye. Forward. That'll do 'em today, sire.
Ugh, stupid game.
Marched our limit.
I'm only concerned Herobrine because he has such a small little bodyguard. That's my only concern. So that because it could like do something stupid because in the way it does it like
Aye, my liege. Aye, lord, sire. We march to battle.
Go away, Dunland. Get off my lands. I mean, law speaking, this isn't happening. Just gonna let you know that, by the way. Yeah, see, I lose a bunch of troops and not doing that, so I'm not doing it.
Aye, lord.
Right, you can go around to that
That'll
fort
do 'em
now.
today, sire. We aye. Aye, noble sire.
Oh, I can as
Aye,
well.
lord. March.
Right,
Aye, noble sire. In your
Swingman go for more for Taff.
set a watch.
I probably still can't see, but I can do a siege sally out. So I can go here and then lure him out, and yeah, we've
I'm gonna stick you.
yeah. Well, that's what we're doing next episode. Durin, that's the guy who just won that battle. Well, Isengard, now the most advanced faction. Okay. But yeah, sorry about if you don't like the decision to me to win the battles in the south. I just don't want to focus on the Aaron Middle-earth today in this series. Dwarrowdelf, like I said, we're going to focus on that area anyway, so I don't really feel the need to do it twice. To invade Dun and Isengard, as well as then invade it with Dwarrowdelf later on, it just seems repetitive. I don't see the point of that. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about good and the bad, so we might have to double back and deal with them. What we are neutral with Angmar.
My lord. Yes, sire.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Yeah, they're enemies with my allies, so naturally we'll have to fight Isengard at some point, Angmar at some point.
Good day to you.
We'll see. I'm surprised Isengard hasn't attacked me yet. I think it's because them betrayed me. Oh, no, they've taken Limelight Field. Do still border them down here at Eastern Peaks with the Orthanc. Or the mountains of Nan Kuranir, which I think is just a valley. Yeah, the elves are pushing back, which is good to see. Hopefully even Dwarrowdelf busy as well. They did break their alliance. Shadow of Moab did break their alliance with Isengard. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do actually. You know I toggle fire quite a bit. What I'm going to do is not actually show the map. I'm just going to go toggle fire in the corner of the map and just have a look at what's going on. Ignoring. Yeah, so they've taken... Is that, that might... I don't know if that is actually Gondor. Minas Tirith. Yeah, Goblin still holds the west, so Amroth still pushes down here. Oh, fuck me, I can't do that. Because now I'd be able to look at the map. Let's just... No, there you go. Now I can do it. So the Melon Gap, Empire for Randolph, Nime is still very powerful. Can still hasn't taken back the rebel regions yet, which is amusing. Let's see. Warlord there. How's this? Oh, it's Erebor over here. Yeah, Erebor's taken Rubar. And are pushing... Well, then again, Rune have taken Skarn of them. No, I don't want them to take Erebor. I may be able to buy a few settlements off Erebor at some point, perhaps. And then it depends. Because Erebor have struck an alliance with the Dark Realm Ered Luin for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe there might be peace in Ered, or perhaps Ered Luin have come to an agreement. But I doubt it. I feel as if Ered Luin is simply just taking this as an advantage and biding their time till they attack again. The Angmar's quite strong. Yeah, the Goblins are down 2 regions, so they're full very quickly. We've already dealt with their Doom stack, so we'll deal with another one, thank God. Just looking there from it.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, so Isengard and Dwarrowdelf, the fact that they can't be registered because they have generals around. And, unless, of course, they went Rebel, because he does have low loyalty, but I don't know. Might be different. But anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next episode. Have a nice day, and till then, farewell.